I want to jump to this story here and give a shout out to the man, the myth, the legend, Alex Jones, because he was right about Epstein.
If you're listening to this, you are the resistance.
That's right.
He was right about Epstein. I remember when the Epstein story broke, Joe Rogan was like, "Dude, Alex Jones was right."
Yeah,
and it's crazy because Alex has gone on Joe's show and said really crazy stuff, chimeras, 5G towers, whatever, interdimensional beings. And then he says some of these other stories, like the Epstein thing, and you're like, people don't want to believe it, and it turns out to be true.
Wait a second.
We got this story from Bloomberg. Being thrown off social media was supposed to end Alex Jones's career. It made him even richer. I think this is an important story. For one, they admit, or at least they're asserting, they wanted Jones.
It was supposed to end. It says it right there in the headline.
It was supposed to stop the spread of violence.
I'm sorry, that's
right.
Like, they just admit it. They just straight up admit we were trying to end his career.
They said initially it was because he was promoting violence and they had to stop it for the safety. Now it was supposed to end his career. Now you've got in the court case against him, you had the lawyer for the family say, don't just punish him, destroy his platform, and make sure he can't rebuild it. But I think this is a big story. They claim that Alex Jones is worth a lot of money. Alex Jones has commented to me on the story saying that he does not, in fact, have this much money. He is not making this much money. They're bankrupt and he's broke. Look, I know he said that, but I kind of find it hard to believe that someone who's had such a powerful media empire would not have saved up money somewhere, set up trusts with his family or something. So maybe personally, yes, he is broke, but a lot of that wealth probably transferred out through various trusts or other ways to family members. There was a story in the New York Post that he transferred a portion of property to his wife or something. I don't know. The fact is, this story is a white pill. The fact that they are so desperate to stop Alex Jones and they can't.
Yeah.
It shows that, well, Alex, despite all of the things they've thrown at him and the damage they have caused to his business, he's persisted, he's survived, and he's been effective. The reason they're going after him is because he's one of the most effective supporters of Trump, or was, and that he's influential. I think at the same time, the white pill that I think the FBI going after Trump, it makes me a little bit pessimistic in terms of civil war. Take a drink, everybody. But it makes me actually optimistic in terms of the upcoming elections. They are so panicked about the influence of people like Jones, the influence of people like Trump, that they're desperately pulling moves like this.
It's a whack-a-mole. They've been freaked out since 2007 when they realized that an internet video blogger on YouTube could rally 500,000 people to vote for whoever they want. The CNN got involved in 2007. We're like, we're going to do the CNN YouTube debates. All right, kids, all you super influential, new famous young people that are way more powerful than we are, let's create an authority so we can kind of make a semblance of controlling you. And so they did these lame-ass YouTube debates with CNN where they wouldn't. I tried to ask questions about the Federal Reserve and they just would ignore that.
Of course.
No, we talk about Obama's favorite foods and things like that. They're in complete, hanging by a thread, the global financial market. I didn't know what globalists were.
The liberal international economy.
Yeah.
That's it. The lie.
I love it.
But
I remember back in the day, but 10 years ago, Obama did the Reddit AMA, the Ask Me Anything. It was a big deal.
Huge deal.
But he only answered 10 questions, and they were very stock, what would you do with healthcare? Bull.
We're going to give more of that. We like it.
What started changing is that I think people are sick of the obvious lies. Remember Deepwater Horizon? South Park made a joke about how the BP guy goes on TV and he goes, "We're sorry.
We're so sorry.
We're sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
When that happens, does any reasonable person believe they're going to tell the truth? Does any sane person think that Jen Psaki or Jean-Pierre are going to come out and just be totally honest with the American people? And for that matter, Spicer or Sarah Sanders, for instance. I don't expect any of them to come out and just blatantly tell me the truth about what's going on. Not a Republican, not a Democrat, not Trump's people. There's obvious legitimate reasons why they can't tell you the truth, for good or bad, right? We can't leak secrets. If we have plans, we need to compartmentalize and make sure our plans are, if we want to do something good, we can't just go out and explain exactly what we're doing. If I'm, for instance, going to be suing some organization, and I think it's a really good thing and it needs to happen, well, coming out and explaining in detail what I'm doing just helps them and stops me from doing it. So for obvious reasons, you're just not getting the truth. But what happens is with people like Alex Jones, they feel authenticity. And that was a big shift. Whether Jones was right or wrong, the dude believes what he's saying.